are we going to look at? We're going to have a look at Cubic's video, hey?
Yeah, sure.
And did I say his name right? QBK.
Yeah.
Cubic.
I think it's QBKH because I think those are his last initials, the K and H.
QBKH. Okay, we'll go with that. Now we have permission to actually watch this one, so I'm just going to stick it on. We'll watch, and then we can kind of just like talk smack.
Just roast it, eh?
Yeah, just absolutely tear it to shreds. No, of course not. We're not going to do that because this is some good stuff, everyone. All right. So what's happening here is we're seeing time and then countries, which is very, very cool, right? So first of all, it's bloody impressive. Like,
oh yeah,
just generally speaking, I've never seen this kind of chart before.
Have you seen QBKH's other videos?
No, I've never seen him until this video.
So he's done a lot of like cubing data visualization stuff, and he did these old ones that I really loved, and they're really popular in the community, which were these like bar graphs over time. So you could see like the top 10 in an event, and then like as time progressed, that the ranks had like change over. I'm not explaining that very well, but if you give them a watch, they're like really cool.
Because he's like he's got a statistics job or something? I think is his main gig.
Yeah, something like that. I think he's in data science.
Yeah, okay. Is this what you're talking about? The history of the most well-rounded speedcubers, sum of ranks and stuff.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah. So you can see how it has sort of evolved over time with like a live like rolling bar graph. Yeah,
okay. I see where you're at. These are like the most popular ones. Okay, cool. Okay, well let's keep cracking on through this one. I'm not able to give you audio through Discord. I don't know how I would do that, but anyway.
We can start at the WCA's founding in 2003.
We're starting way back at the start.
You could probably
look at those averages. Look at those averages back in 2003. I would have killed it back then. If only I'd started cubing back in 2003.
That's always the feeling, yeah. You look at these old times, you're like, I could have had world records. That could have been amazing.
What's really cool, actually, I'm just going to mute this and we'll just play it to have a look around, because what's really cool is at the start that you've got like the Friedrich person and all these other people like creating the methods. Who else? There's Friedrich. This is I'm talking about it now. So she's created the CFOP method. Petrus. Daniel was really into Petrus for a while. I don't really know what it is. There's our man Roux. I didn't realize Roux was French, but of course it is. It's a French word. I should have known. What the heck is that? The Vandenberg method. Do you know that one? Oh wait, is that a square one method? Yes, that makes sense.
Vandenberg is just like the basic square one method where you like do cube shape and then orient your pieces and then permute them.
Right. Okay. So then we've got the Japanese domination back here in the early 2000s, which I don't think, if I'm honest, I didn't even know about. I didn't know that Japan was a force in cubing.
Oh yeah, no, they were massive early on. I mean, Shotaro Makizumi there, he actually lived in California. He represented Japan, but yeah, he lived in California. But yeah, no, the Japanese speaking scene was huge. There were like a lot of really, really big early cubers. It's fallen off a little bit in the last few years, but yeah, at least in the early days. Yeah, really
and
big.
France as well, representing hard back in the sort of back in the mid noughties. Look at that. I love this zoomed out. We're gonna have a look at the actual graph itself and do some zooming in and stuff soon, but the Felix arc, this graph or this visualization does such an incredible job of demonstrating it, doesn't it?
It's huge. I think a lot of people these days probably actually don't appreciate how huge even Felix was, right? Because like he's been a little bit past his peak for like the last 5 years now or something, and in the sort of post-COVID cubing boom, I think probably a lot of cubers at comps now just weren't around for like any of Felix's heyday. But yeah, just absolutely next level stuff. It's ridiculous.
It's such a long span of time, like 20, basically like 11 years here, because essentially he was sort of starting to think about, well, he was starting to get older basically, wasn't he, around 2020, around the pandemic. And then it sort of came to a natural conclusion. Someone in the chat was saying Alex Mass, Caltech domination. I think that was maybe in reference to the Japanese person you were talking about.
Yeah, so Caltech is where like the WCA kind of started. One of the founders, Tyson Mao, was from there, and they had a big cubing scene from the really early days. And Shotaro Makizumi, he was from Caltech as well. So yeah, you can see a lot of cubers from that area.
So did the WCA come out of Caltech? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, the WCA was founded by Ron van Bruchem and Tyson Mao. Tyson Mao was in Caltech. Ron obviously wasn't. He was in the Netherlands. but the Caltech's probably where the first like regular serious big cubing scene was. That and, you know, France and the Netherlands, like you can see. But yeah, I would say if the WCA has like a founding location, yeah, it's Caltech.
Right, okay. And then he starts to talk about tech in here as well, the Dian, Guhong, the Zanshi, all that trash. Yep. You would have been around for some of those.
Yeah. I mean, I started cubing in 2011, so like just a little bit after the release of the Guhong, I think. I don't remember the exact timeline of things early on, but yeah, definitely when I started, it was like the Guhong and the Zanshi were the cubes.
Yeah.
No one was using anything else because there was no other option really.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. So essentially, I don't want to watch this whole video because it is long and it's detailed and it's incredible, and you should all go and look at it. There's some very interesting points he makes later on that I'd actually forgotten about 2022 China basically shutting down with the Omicron. Feels so retro now, but talking about the Omicron outbreak of COVID, which I think I'd just removed from my memory because that was the one that really messed with my store. It was the Omicron one that really put me in trouble. Yeah. But it's very fascinating to watch. However, James, we need to have a look. We need to have a look around here, don't we? Because there's some stuff going on. This is 2020 and we're seeing Chris Mills with a 591. Is that right? Oh, here's his 5. So we're looking at the Chris Mills arc here, and he had his 5 in 2019 and he had his 591 in 2020. But he's got a little New Zealand flag by his name.
Yeah.
And these were UK NRs, right? The 5 and the 591?
Yeah. So I guess what it's doing is just like looking at everyone by like their profile rather than like going into the comp pages or anything like that, and looking at what country they're representing at the time. So obviously Chris is a New Zealand Cuber now, so I think as far as the code is concerned, it's just like the New Zealand flag throughout history. So it's missing some nuance there, and I'm sure Carrie might update this, might update the code to better reflect that. I'm sure it'll be possible, but yeah, it's a little bit of an inaccuracy there.
Are there any other ones that you've noticed that are a little bit not quite right? It feels like I'm trying to take shots at this man for his video, and I'm absolutely not. I'm just kind of looking at things and going, oh yeah, okay, interesting how things have been represented.
Yeah, I'll just take a look quickly. The one that comes to mind, I'm not sure if he will pop up here, but the one that comes to mind is Anthony Paterakis, who currently represents the Netherlands on the WCA, but for a long time represented Greece. He had like every Greek NR, so he might pop up there with some good singles under the wrong flag.
When would that have been?
That would be, you can see him in the 2017 column.
2017.
Yeah, just under Rainier and Alexandre Carlier. So I'm not 100% sure if he had switched by 2017. I think it was probably later than that he switched. I think it was like 2018, 2019, something like that. So I think that may be inaccurate, but again, I don't know exactly off the top of my head.
Oh look, there's Matty in 2017 as well.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
He's been around for a minute, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Where is our man Leo? We've just been talking about Leo. Here's Leo in 2023. Oh, and 22, sorry. He started appearing.
You can see him all the way back in, I think that's 2018 there. He's definitely seen him in 2018.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
That was when he was like 11, wasn't it? He was so young.
Yeah. I remember that was actually when I met him in 2018. That was at the Asian Championships over in Taiwan.
Wow, yeah.
It was really funny because he, he was an absolute weapon at the competition, is destroying everyone. And then we went, me and Felix and some others went to hang out with him afterwards. And then he's just like a little kid in this like Incredibles t-shirt and like, being walked around by his mum and everything. And I just like, it just, consciously that he's a kid, but you don't really click when he's in that competitive setting.
Yeah, and because he's competing on the same level as you all.
Yeah.
And now that's happening with 6-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. So that'd be even weirder. You take Xuanyi out of a comp or something and he's like going to school and like learning his times tables and stuff.
Meanwhile, he knows like full ZB.
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous.
Who is the kid that StuCube was making a video on the other day? He did a reconstruction video. Another one of his. There he is.
I think it was Xuanyi.
What's his name? Xuanyi
Gang.
Oh yeah.
He's the kid who's been doing all that ridiculous like planning full F2L or planning first 3 pairs or whatever.
The game is cooked, James, isn't it? It's cooked.
Yep. A little bit scary.
What happens from here? Do cubers just get younger? Can they go much younger than this?
I don't think they can go much younger than this. I mean, there isn't much younger to go, right? Like, you can't go 3 years younger.
No.
That doesn't work.
It scares me. It scares me because I have a child who is 6 and I have a child who is 9. Neither of them can solve. Neither of them can tie their shoelaces. And it does make me wonder, like, am I doing something wrong here? Very, very cool video from our man, QBKH, that everyone should go and check out because it's a great story as well. And you should all go watch it, is my point.